Okay, so looking at exercise 3, the plate. If I start off opening a new drawing, just use the standard template. You could use this one here, the novice one, the powered one, or if you get used to working in the advanced one, just in this little templates tab, pick on the powered and click OK. First thing you'll notice about this one is down here in the lower left hand corner you got a trimetric view. I always tend to kind of just tip my I key on the keyboard for an isometric view, and not too much of a difference, but then I'll kind of start thinking about a bit about design intent and which way do I want the isometric view to finish up and what plane I need to start actually sketching on. So I look at the top plane here, so this plate is kind of flat on like that, so if I select my top plane and then start doing my sketch, and the first thing I'll do then is create a little rectangle. Okay, you can see my little shortcut bar here, and I'll use the standard corner rectangle just to save me running up to the top, and it saves me typing in the S key. Aren't I very lazy? So it's approximately 100 by 200, so approximately, I don't really mind. I'll pop the dimensions in a little second. So there you go, hold down the right mouse button and move straight up for my mouse gestures, and I got my dimension one up here, so just select the dimension, and this one here is going to be 200, so after that zoom out a little, and this one's going to be 100, and you can see it's all turned fully black, so it's fully defined for me. And also I'm kind of linked to this datum point, so everything's happy days. Okay, now just exit my sketch, and I'm going to extrude this boss base. I'm going to extrude it 10 mil, so up she goes to 10, and click OK. So that's my first little bit done. Next bit then, start a new sketch on this top face, so left click on the top face, up comes my little context menu, and click on sketch. Again, if I just do an ordinary corner rectangle and latch onto that, it's important you see that little coincident point coming on, so make sure you get that point, click on that, and it's somewhere there. Pop in my dimensions, so that one's going to be 50, this one's going to be 40, happy days, and then exit my sketch. Extrude boss base, and it's up another 15 this time because it's 25 from the bottom, so that's kind of 15 from the top. And what we could have done is, and I'll show you, I'll just undo this after and I'll just kind of go ahead and take that one. So I'll move that one up 15 and click OK, and you can see that works out perfectly fine. I'm going to pop across here and just show you this next little bit. So I've got in this boss extrude and I'm going to delete that. So delete that, yes. And I'm going to also delete the sketch. So right click and delete the sketch. What we could have done to save any calculation errors is if I kind of flick this around and do a sketch on the bottom face. This, and that one's 40, and that one's 50. Do my isometric like that. Exit my sketch and extrude boss base, and we can do a thing over here, reverse direction. So just flip the direction of that, because you see it kind of thinks you probably want to just add that on that. It doesn't think that you possibly want to go through it. But it's quite okay to kind of run through a part like that and pop it up to 25. You'll get the same mass properties as going on the top plane because of this little thing here, merge results. So it's going to merge the results of the two. So click OK, and we get exactly the same effect as doing the other way. You'll notice my boss extrude is numbered now 3. It just pops the next one on the list all the time. So as you delete them and redo them, you'll see these numbers changing up. Now you could could rename them. We'll look at that later on in the course. So that's that little bit. There's a little circle to be cut out up the top here. So another method of kind of doing it, and probably kind of a more efficient method, is to actually pick the feature first. So if I go Extrude Cut, it's looking for a plane, so see a little green marker. So I'm kind of looking for that top plane, see it highlighted in orange there. So that's my top plane, and if I just type N for normal 2, and then do my little mouse gesture and go across to the 9 o'clock I have mine stored on, and just draw a circle in somewhere there. Pop the dimensions in now, straight up. So that's going to be 35, and that's going to be, sorry, wrong one. I already did that one. So up here, and this one's 30, and the diameter is going to be M25, so 25 diameter. Isometric, and we're going to exit the sketch, and you can see it's already gone into the extruded cut because we've pre-selected the feature. And instead of just going 25 or whatever it is and blind, the best one to do a bit of design intent. If I change that to 10, because we know that's 10 thick, it'll still go through all. However, if later on in the stage we change that, we decide, you know, that needs to be beefed up a little bit, 12, to repair it we'd have to add 2 mil to that, to change that to 12 thick, but then this hole wouldn't go through all, it'd be 2 mil, so we'd have to change the thickness of that cut, extruded cut through. So the best thing to kind of do is kind of say, well, I always want this hole to cut through, so select the through all. So if that's what you always wanted to do, I always intend to have that hole cutting through, do it that way. Then if you did make a change in the future, you wouldn't have to worry about that hole at all. But the other one is acceptable, but it's just it's good design, good practice, and the design intent is there that you always want that cut through. So click through on that, and we get our through cut on that, and that's my part finished. Now one last little thing is just to check evaluate your results. So pop along to evaluate here, and my mask properties. So you can see I got a keyboard shortcut for P for mask properties, so it's nice if you kind of do that, save you popping up here all the time. Mask properties, and my mask properties here is 225.09 grams, and that's that. Job complete. Okay.